Good morning, y'all. That's me and Carl again. Thanks for joining me, Carl.
Thank you.
Hope we're all feeling like we've got it together. I'm going to start sitting down today, so feel free to grab a block if you've got one, or a cushion, or you might be comfortable just sitting on the floor. And when you're comfortably situated, we're going to just close the eyes and say hello to the universe inside. Just notice how your body feels from inside. Notice the lower body releasing into the floor. And notice whether you feel like your spine and your upper body can balance easily on top of the pelvis, or whether you're feeling some effort in sitting here. Either way is fine, but feel free to shuffle around, make it easier on yourself. Get straight into stretching your jaw if you like. And then just take stock of the physical body. For me right now, there's definitely a tightness and pain in the back of my left hip. My neck feels a little tight around my eyes. Whatever it is for you, just acknowledge that. And then moving to take stock of the breath. Without trying to change anything, notice where you feel or hear the breath in your body. And even with awareness, it might change. I just noticed the focus of my breath shift from my lower belly to all the way around the bottom of the rib cage. So be curious, see what it is for you today, moment by moment. Breathe in, I. Exhale, am. Inhale, here. Exhale, now. I am here now. And then with just a little bit of intention, relax the forehead, let it smooth out. Relax around the eyes and the nose. Let the jaw relax. If that means yawning, go ahead and yawn, wiggle it around. Stick your tongue out, whatever. And just let the shoulders soften a little bit more. Maybe find a little space around the neck, around the collarbones. And when you're ready, going to inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Interlace the fingers overhead today. Press the palms up and lift the heart, looking up. Exhale, press forward to round out, belly to spine, chin to chest, tailbone tucks under. Inhale, lift, look up, long through the front of the body. Exhale, round, long through the back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. One more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, round it out. Gently release. And we're just going to take some nice big shoulder rolls. You don't have to be too structured with this. You can let the arms go, the head go. Rolling the shoulders forward, up, back and down. You might discover some more tight spots. I know I am. And let's go the other way, see how it feels to roll the shoulders forward. I'm working quite hard not to try and isolate this movement. I'm wanting to get my neck and head involved, my chest. Let's wake up that whole area. And then wiggle your way back to neutral. This time we're going to roll the shoulders forward, up, and back. And as we come down, we take them wide. So the shoulder blades slide around under the armpits. We're making space across the upper chest. Nice. Really good. Bring the hands to the legs. I'm going to lose my block just because it feels a little narrow for what I want to do. So you can choose as we move. We're going to just circle the torso. So I'm going to come over to the right, forward, left, and back. And this can be as big or as small as feels good. It's sometimes called stirring the pot. And again, like with our shoulder rolls, you can get everything involved. You can get some freestyle going on. So my shoulders are getting in on the action, my head. You can even find a little bit of flexing around with your spine. And let's match it up with the breath. So exhale as we come forward, compressing through the belly. Inhale as we rock back. So you come to the back of the movement, just switch directions. Again, exhale forward, inhale back. Feel free to keep your eyes closed. I will let you know when we're doing something else. We'll leave them open and admire how we've accidentally matched our colours today. We're quite excited because it rained overnight. And you can pull out weeds. And when you're feeling even and satisfied, come back to centre. We're going to make our way onto hands and knees. So just find that nice wide spread of the fingers. Rotate the soft part of the elbows forward. We're not going to be here for too long. We're just going to do a few cat-cows and think back to when we were sitting and we were doing this business and notice how it feels different. It's basically the same movement with a different relationship to gravity. So we're going to inhale, lift and lengthen. You can push the floor away. Exhale, round it out. Drop the head, tuck the tail. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Let's do one more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, round it all the way out. Take the legs back. We're going to come into plank, so you can come onto your forearms if you wish. We'll just stay here for 3 breaths. So inhale. Exhale, 1. Lift the belly. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Roll to the right for your side plank. Remember, you can bend that top knee, press the foot into the floor. Wherever you are, really lift off that supporting arm. Maybe look up. On your inhale, come back to center. Exhale, take it to the other side. Maybe that top leg levitates up. Inhale, back to center. Exhale and plank. We're going to inhale through to upward facing dog. Lift the chest. And exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Take a few nice long breaths here. Feel that spread of the shoulder blades that we practiced earlier. The tips of the shoulder blades wrap around under the armpits. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk or jump your feet between your hands. Inhale, half lift, flat back. And exhale, fold. Nice. Take a few moments here, releasing the whole spine. Release the head, yes and no. Wiggle the shoulders if it feels good. And we're going to inhale, sweep all the way up to standing. Grab one wrist with your other hand and lift that arm up and over. Think about the arm as an extension of your whole side. If you soften the shoulder, but we're lifting through the fingertips. We're lifting from the side ankle all the way out through the hip, through the side ribs. Inhale, come up. Switch the wrist and hand business and exhale, side bending the other way. Press down through the foot as we lift up, especially through those side ribs. Inhale, come up. We'll swing the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers and roll the shoulders onto the back. Lift the heart. Nice big inhale here and exhale, fold. Wrap the arms up and over. Drop the nose between your knees. Breathe into the back of the body. Nice wide collarbones here. Inhale, start to come up. We'll release the hands, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, we're coming all the way forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, back into plank. Inhale, lift through to upward facing dog. And exhale, back to downward facing dog. Nice long inhale, lifting out of those palms. Exhale. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk or hop to the top. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold forward. Again, inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, back to plank. Inhale to upward facing dog, collarbones wide. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk or jump to the top. Inhale, flat back, and exhale, fold. Alright, we're going to bend the knees deeply. Inhale up into Utkatasana. We're finding that chair. Make sure you can see your toes. Stoke the hips back. Keep those shoulder blades sliding down and wide. And just hug in through the front lower ribs. supporting through this mid-back. If it works, maybe you can rotate your palms and the soft part of your elbows up towards the ceiling. I am here now. One translation of Utkatasana is awkward pose or uncomfortable pose. Good practice for the myriad discomforts life may offer. And then on your inhale, bring the hands to heart center. Exhale, twist, elbow to opposite thigh. Keep your knees are nice and level. I like to lift up through the hip. I'm twisting away from to help do that. I'm looking at the knees as an indicator for the hips, so I want the lower back to be flat enough that you can have a tea party on it. Now I'm thinking about twisting from the waist, but my whole spine is involved. Keep the shoulders down and back, collarbones stay wide. And inhale, come back to center. Exhale, go the other way. Again, check the knees. Make that lovely tabletop of the lower back and see if you can sink your hips down and back just a tiny bit more. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, we're going to fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back to plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Hold it here. I am here now. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk or jump your feet between the hands. Inhale, flat back, look forward. And exhale, fold. Bending the knees deeply. Inhale, up into Utkatasana. This time, we're going to bring the weight into the left foot. We're going to lift our right foot, rotate the thigh bone out, and bring the ankle just over the outside edge of that left knee. Left lower thigh, I should say. We want to be kind to the knee and not put pressure on it. This is a version of pigeon pose with the balance. Hooray! So you have options with your arms. You can bring the hands to your hips to assist that rotation of the pelvis, to send the tailbone back. You could interlace the fingers behind the back, roll the shoulders back and lift those fists. What I like to do is come into reverse namaste. So bringing the palms together, pointing the fingertips between my shoulder blades. And that helps me to open the chest, send the elbows back. I also have feedback as to whether my shoulder blades are trying to squish into the center of my back and thrust my rib cage forward. I don't want that. You can also take the fingertips down towards the tailbone. Let's inhale, come up. We're going to lift that right knee high. You can bring hands to the hips. Exhale, rotate the right thigh bone out. You can give the foot a little wiggle if you like. We're going to inhale the knee back to center. Exhale, kick that right leg straight back behind you. So again, you have options. You can come into an aeroplane pose variation. Arms by the sides, interlace the fingers. Or you can come into more of a warrior three type arrangement and lift the arms forward. Wherever we are, we're trying to press the right hip down and lift the left hip off the left thigh. Really press that right thigh bone up and back, particularly the inner thigh. And then inhale, come up. Exhale, release the foot. Curse me to all eternity with your left standing leg. As I'm feeling. Okay. Let's come back to our center, our mountain pose. We're going to inhale, reach up nice and tall. Exhale, sit back into Utkatasana. One side to do with this, right? That's okay, we got this. So we're going to lift that left knee, rotate it out and place the left ankle over the outer edge of the right lower thigh. And this is your standing pigeon. So again, your choice with the arms. I'm going to go into my favourite reverse, reverse prayer. You can go up the back or down the back with those fingertips. It is nothing to stress about if you're struggling with balance here. I planned to work on balance today because I thought this is going to bring us back towards centre. We need this right now, and because we need it right now, we'll probably struggle with it, yeah? Okay. Let's straighten the right leg, bring that left knee up in front of you, bring the hands to the hips, level that left hip down, and we're going to rotate the left thigh bone out. Make sure nothing changes in that right leg. We don't want the knee tweaking in. Relax the left foot, maybe some little circles. And inhale, knee comes back to centre. Exhale, send it straight back. Square those hips to the floor. Really think press down with the left hip, lift up with the right hip, and your choice with the arms. If you're here, you can really work that lats and triceps connection as they kind of kiss each other when you press your arms into your side seams. And again, really lift up through that left inner thigh. I am here now. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release the left foot to the floor. Give it a little wiggle. We're going to change it up with a yoga squat. So bringing the feet to the outer edges of the mat, both feet on the ground again. You can thank me later. Let's inhale, lift the arms, rotate the shoulders down. Exhale, send the tailbone back, look forward, reach forward, and then bend the knees. So we're in flexion here with the thighs. We're thinking about rotating out from the hip sockets. See if you can lift that tailbone up and back a little bit. Remember to look forward, maybe forward and up, so that we're not collapsing into the earth with our opposites. Good. Take your belly into the spine. Slide your shoulder blades down your back. One more breath here. And exhale, just releasing the hips up and let the tray sway from side to side. Getting some movement into any grumpy bits. And coming to centre, we're going to slowly rise ourselves all the way up and walk the feet towards each other. I just want to do one more standing pose, which is our eagle. And for me, the most useful part of this at the moment is the arms. So we're going to inhale. Exhale, we're going to bring the arms out, bend the elbows, and then we're going to take the right elbow underneath the left. So we're going to try and cross the elbows. Good. You can grab your shoulders or you can grab your hands. Nice. And then find some sort of comfort in your efforts. Notice how it feels in your shoulders. Bend the knees a little bit. Slide your spine down the wall behind you. Weight comes to the left foot. We lift the right leg. Again, same thing. Right leg crosses over the left. And you can have the foot on the floor, the toe on the floor, or you can wrap that leg around. We've got the stability of mountain pose right down the centre. And then we've got this craziness with the arms and legs but it's awesome stretchy craziness. So you can experiment with bringing your elbows up or down, and do take the eagle arms and just use them day to day to get that nice stretch in the upper back. Inhale, release. Exhale, bring the foot to the floor. They're a really nice counterpart to this kind of business where we're opening the front of the chest. Okay, so we're going to inhale, lift the arms to the second side. Exhale, bring the arms out, bend the elbows. This time we're going to bring the left elbow underneath the right. Cross the elbows, grab shoulders or hands. Nice. Find where it feels good, and then when you're ready, bend the knees, sliding the spine down the wall behind you. Weight into the right foot. Left leg up and over, so the knees cross over each other. And then maybe the big toes on the floor. Maybe you're here, maybe you've wrapped that left foot all the way behind the right calf. It's not working for me in this position. Again, find where it feels nice on the upper back. You can lift the elbows, you can lower the elbows. Inhale, unwind, reach high. Exhale, bring the foot down. We're going to come all the way down to a forward fold. Beautiful. Let's separate the feet, hip distance apart. Just relax the upper body for a breath or so. And then we'll bring the hands to the mat, walk the feet back. We're going to come to child's pose. So bring the knees out wide if it feels good. You can make a pillow with the hands to your head, or just bring it to the mat. And take some lovely breaths into the back of the body. Think about those shoulder blades. I'm just going to assist you if that's okay. Mm-hmm. Think about those shoulder blades widening down. And then the arm bones can rotate out. Nice. So we can access all the space with our breath. We can widen the ribs as you breathe in. You can feel that on Carl, which is awesome. You can also feel the breath all the way down into the back of the pelvis. A little bit more subtle, but you'll feel it one day if you don't feel it today. I am here now. You can take as long as you like in this child's pose, or you can come into another position for your end of class relaxation if you wish. If you're ready to finish together, come up and take a seat wherever is comfortable. Close the eyes and notice how you feel on the inside. Notice the niggles you found at the beginning of class, whether they feel different. Any points of tension you found. My forehead and eyes feel a little less tight. Pretty awesome. Left hip feels a lot better. And let's all bring hands to heart center, and we'll end with the sound of peace and consciousness, the sound of Om. Inhale. Bringing fingertips to third eye center, inhale, and together say, Namaste. May all beings know health and wholeness. May all beings know unity and grace. May all beings know truth and bliss. And may all beings know peace and joy. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Carl. It's been great, the engagement we've had with this morning yoga this week. It's been really exciting. So I'm really happy to feel that we're providing something that you guys appreciate and use. So please do comment or message us with any feedback. That's very welcome. And we'll be back on Monday morning. It will be Jennifer's class. So have a great weekend. Remember to breathe, remember to move, remember to rest, and we'll see you soon.